How's it going, everybody? This is BeatTheBush. I have COVID, and so I can't have a subscriber gathering anymore, so it's canceled. Here is my COVID test. My girlfriend's COVID test. When I got the symptom, I took it one time. The next day, I took it one time. It was still negative. So it took a full 2 days of feeling the symptoms before the COVID test comes out positive. So this is something to note. This video is brought to you by Moomoo. You can get 13 free shares of stock just for signing up and depositing $100. Check out my referral link down in the video description below. How did I get COVID? I think I got a little bit too relaxed after I've been hanging around Vancouver. I see a lot of people not wearing masks. So I'm like, hey, if they're not wearing masks, why don't wear a mask as well? It's kind of spotty, right? Sometimes people wear it, sometimes people don't. Just like about 50-50 depending where I go. But I think I got it on this one day where I just kind of walked around a bunch of different places in the Vancouver area. I went to a shopping center, I went to a grocery store, and I just walked around, and I think I did not wear a mask. I was just thinking it's a little bit more convenient to not wear it. Sometimes, I think most of the time when I go into crowded places, I still wear it. And whenever I touch public handles or anything, or go to the bathroom, I wash my hands. The reason I got COVID, I think, is because I got a little complacent and thinking that, oh, you know, it seems kind of fine. Maybe there's no COVID or anything. So then I just went around everywhere. I had the mask with me. I just kind of hooked it onto my belt, but I didn't really put it on most of the time. Wait, I'm still a little sick right now. My temperature is around 37.3. Check it with this little handy ear thing. Okay, I'll check it in my ear. Oh, it's pretty good now, 37.1. So I think I have no fever, but guess what? I'm like sweating a little bit. I have a slight sore throat. And a weird side effect of COVID for some people is that there will be these phantom smells. And for me, I do smell a slight phantom smell. It kind of smells like some kind of plastic. When you open up some box, it's like this really weird plastic smell. It's very faint. I don't smell it all the time. It usually comes in combination with other smells. It kind of doesn't smell very good. A little bit, sort of like, a little bit like burnt rubber or like burnt clear plastic, if you ever smelled that before. You really have to not get complacent and just put on a mask, N95 mask, whenever you're indoors. I started not putting it on when it's not too crowded. Like in the mall, I wasn't wearing a mask and I was just walking around. But when I went inside a store within the mall, I put it on. So, you know, just kind of got a little bit too relaxed there, even when I'm indoors. So anytime you go indoors, you probably need to put on a mask, even if it's uncomfortable. At first, I started feeling like a little bit of scratchy throat. I had this Chungcheon rice hot dog. It was really good. And then that night, I got a little bit of scratchy throat. I didn't think it was COVID or a cold or anything. I just thought it was the food. But that evening, it got worse enough where I felt like it's a little bit slightly of a fever. So then I'm like, okay, this is not because of the fried foods. So then on day one, 2 in the morning or so, I woke up and I'm like, okay, I really need to take some Tylenol. And I did. I took only 1 pill, which is around 500 milligrams of acetaminophen. And then I went back to sleep. And then the next morning I woke up and it actually got worse. And I was just suffering. I didn't have any more Tylenol, so I had to go out and get some more. And then finally around 2 p.m. I took 2 more after getting a new supply of cold medicine. And then you can see after I took 2 pills, the temperature went down over here. And then I took 1 more here thinking that, you know, maybe I should not go too crazy with, you know, taking 2 every single time. But then that didn't really help too much. It kind of wavered a little bit, so then I took 1 more soon after, but then I can't really take any more fever medicine until about 6 hours later. So then I waited and waited to 6 hours later. By the time I woke up in the morning, I took it and then it went down some more again right after I took it. So you can see each one of these bars here is actually a 6-hour window. And right after you take the fever reducer, it kind of works itself in within 3 hours or so. It works maximally within 3 hours, but you have to wait 6 before you take it again. 4 to 6 hours, they say. But since I am taking 2, you can only take a maximum of 8 per day. So I'm like, okay, I'll take it every 6 hours. So you can kind of see the spacing between the Tylenol here is about 6 hours or so. And you can see every single time I take it, it goes down a little bit. This one over here, it goes down a little bit. This one, it goes down. And then finally on day 3 this morning, after I took it, it went down enough to the current point where I am at 37.3 degrees. That would be considered no fever, but I certainly don't feel, 100%. I'm just like, it's like 5 to 10% still a little bit off. For example, right now, I feel a little bit sweaty, a slight sore throat, but it's gotten significantly better. I feel like I should be very, up and running, able to have full energy, probably by this evening or so. With that said, I'm gonna go back to my old ways where I look like a crazy person and put on my N95 mask whenever I am indoors, even if other people don't have it on. Like I said in the beginning, I have to cancel the subscriber gathering. I have COVID. So, it's supposed to be Sunday, which is in 2 more days. And I think this is too short a time frame for me to not be contagious anymore. It's still like day 3, right? They say you have to wait like 5 days. I kind of thought that having the subscriber gathering itself would be risky. Maybe I might get COVID from that, but it turns out, hey, I'm gonna get COVID before then. Getting a little bit too relaxed here. So gotta tighten up a little bit, and it's still a real threat. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to give me a like and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.